Okay, something weird's going on. This is a spontaneous video because of what's going on right now here. I just wanted to capture this. And I know it was just like yesterday. I was thinking I should just stop making political videos. They're my worst performing. They don't go anywhere, so it's useless. But the reason I'm filming this here is, well, the same reason I do most of my political videos. It's just this motivation, just a driving need to speak about this, because it is insane that this is being allowed to happen and to continue to happen. And now people are dying. And now here we are, and we're just accepting it. Also, this will be an easy video to make. So I'm just going to be reading Trump's tweets here. Real easy. Okay, let us start here. So here's his last tweet from yesterday. Had a great call with Catholic leaders and educators, blah, blah, blah. Sunday Mass. I don't know. St. Patrick's, New York City. In New York City. Nothing unusual there. But then, see, this is the end of normalcy here. The next day, which is today here, see, it's 10 hours ago. You want to keep a lookout for when these tweets were made. And he starts off the day right. He gets this right by wishing his wife happy birthday. It's her 50th. I looked up her age just a few weeks ago. I forget why. I was kind of surprised to see that she's younger than me. I just still don't see myself as that old. I'm just so youthful. Okay, an hour later, he tweets again to the Cardinal. Thank you for a great call yesterday. Okay, let's just move on. An hour later, let's see. Oh, also, most of this I haven't read yet. So this will be all spontaneous. But I've read enough to know I want to do this video. He says, the people I know, the people that know me and know the history of our country. Yeah, see, this is where it begins. They say that I am the hardest working president in history. The people that know him and know the history of our country. See, he's done this before. Don't want to get too into this, but oh man, Trump. Not only is he doing this thing where he's not naming names here, just talking about people that he knows that tell him. Well, look at what Dr. Birx is telling him and saying and appeasing him on the camera. She has to do that. It's a bad situation. But also, this is pathetic that he's tweeting this out. This is more pathetic than when I talk about the people that I meet here and there, like at stores. They always think I'm much younger looking, much younger. And everybody, most people think I'm smart and all that kind of stuff. But that's true, see. That's what makes Trump even more pathetic. Does he believe this? Well, we're going to come back to this. Yeah. Let's continue. I don't know about that. Oh, he says I don't know about that. But I am a hard worker, and have probably gotten more done in the last 3.5 years than any president in history. Wait a second. All right. And that's just not true. Well, yeah, he's done a lot of things, but things with a hatchet. Destructive things which no other president wanted to do, because it's easy to destroy a government. It's never been done before. He's the only one that can fix it. Okay, a few minutes later, probably, you're going to get the idea soon. See, we're in the 8-hour period here. 8 hours ago from here. Oh, so this is a multi-tweet here. Okay. I work from early in the morning until late at night. Yeah. We know what he does. We know what he does. He does this, and you're going to see this. We're going to come back to this. Until late at night. That's just... Haven't left the White House many months. That's because of the virus. Many means like 3. He'd like to, though. He keeps bringing up the fact he hasn't left his house in months. He wants to golf. And down in Kokomo, Florida. Launch the hospital. Okay. Military rebuilding. There's no rebuilding. There's nothing to rebuild. Nothing happened to our military recently. And then I read a phony story in the failing New York Times about my work schedule and eating habits. Written by a third-rate reporter, yes. Yes, they're all third-rate reporters who knows nothing about me. Yeah, very little is known about Trump. He's very elusive, seclusive, secluded person his whole life. I will often be in the Oval Office late into the night. See, if you've been following his presidency like I have, you realize this has reached the level of funny if you forget about all the dying people, that is, which I did for a minute there. Let's see, late at night, I read and see that I am angrily eating a hamburger and Diet Coke in my bedroom. People with me are always stunned. Anything too demean. Well, I would believe that, but see, we don't really know. We just don't know what it's like. We don't have cameras in the White House. But we know he has a button that he presses where someone brings him a Diet Coke. There's this Diet Coke thing he's got. And anyway, we got to get to the good stuff here. But who knows where it's going to be here? Because as you're noticing, 3 hours went by without a tweet. Wonder what he did there. You got to eat. Fox News just doesn't get what's happening. They are being fed Democrat talking points. No. It works the other way around. CNN watches Fox and then they follow. They make that mistake too much. They play them without hesitation or research. They forget that fake news CNN and MSNBC, because they're on the liberal side, wouldn't let Fox News participate even a little bit in the poor ratings Democrat debates. What is he talking about now? And then it continues. Even the radical left, of course they're radical because they're not on his side. Do nothing Democrats, not true, they've done a lot. Laughed at the Fox suggestion, which is no respect for the people running Fox News. Oh, what happened? I thought we were all Fox and Friends. Just want to make sure everything's just fine over here. Yeah. No respect. No respect. Okay. But Fox keeps on plugging and trying to become politically correct. Republican in name only, Paul Ryan. That's interesting. Don't know what he's talking about. Chris Wallace is nastier to Republicans. Chris Wallace is one of the most respected people. The people who are watching Fox News in record numbers, that's his people, are angry. They want an alternative now. Yeah. Now see, I guess even Fox News is starting to come around to their senses and realize we have a real problem here. Moving along. 4 hours. So we're getting close to the present time here. Okay, we can skip this. Here we go. Check this one out. Yeah, and I wanted to also prove that this is real here. So this is actual Twitter here. And see, I put my mouse over here, and the actual real Donald Trump. Just crazy. Okay, he said, does anybody get the meaning of what a so-called Nobel, not Nobel, prize is? Especially as it pertains to reporters and journalists. Noble is defined as having or showing fine personal qualities or high moral principles and ideals. Does sarcasm ever work? Do you know what he's talking about? Yeah. So I'm an expert on sarcasm. And there's often a tone of voice you use when you're being sarcastic. I don't remember him ever being sarcastic. I can spot sarcasm very well. He does this to cover. he claims he was joking. I know another sociopath that has to tell people that he was joking because they're not real funny. They don't seem like jokes. And I think Trump also does this to cover when he's just said something stupid. Okay, here we get 2 hours ago now. So we're moving pretty fast here. We've covered a lot of hours. But some keen-eyed people might have looked over here and been watching this here. And you're going, holy crap, what's coming up? So here's his first retweet. Yes. Have you figured out what's coming up? He's retweeting this Ingram person who I covered recently. That's all I have to say. She said that Azar is one of the best, smartest, multi-talented, experienced people in the Trump cabinet. That's not saying much. He's really good and clear on TV, which is a plus. Okay. Laura, just another fake news report. What? Let me click on this here. Let's see. Oh, right. So Ingram was responding to a Trump post. Yeah, one I skipped. Oh, the report is it's going to be fired. Fake news. Saying lame stream. God, he's 70. Oh, perception. The news media are desperate to create the perception of chaos and havoc. So, another fake news report. No, it's not fake news. The media is just reporting that there's talk about it. That's all the news can do, is report what people have said, because they can't get into the White House. They don't have spies and hidden cameras, hidden microphones. Anyway, let's move on here. So here, Donald J. Trump retweeted. I had to check these. That's him. Okay, he retweeted someone, GOP chairwoman. We're seeing enthusiasm like this all across the country. Thank you to the real Donald Trump supporters who pitched in victory. Floridians are fired up and ready to catch the virus. To re-elect Donald Trump and Republicans depends on who's left. Will more black people die, or will more Trump supporters at the beach in the salon die? That we're just waiting to find out. And yeah, this is what Trump is looking at and retweeting today. Well, Sunday, it is Sunday. I want to mention that. It's a slow news day. Historically, a slow news day. So next up here, Trump retweeted a story from the White House website. Could be a story that he wrote. He's retweeting. Trump is beginning the next phase in our fight against coronavirus by beginning to reopen the country in a smart, safe way. And the White House said, who knows who this is? All of American society is engaged in mobilized war against the invisible enemy. Well, the enemy is very visible. While we must remain vigilant, it is clear that our aggressive strategy is working. I can't get into that. And here, just 2 hours ago now, he said, they asked me to be at West Point on June 13, and I will be there. Graduate, or no, first thing, this story is fake news. That was my Army, West Point leadership. Just some Trump head. So Trump has some plans to leave the White House June 13. All right. And here he's retweeting someone else. They're one of the worst in the news business, calling people slime balls. That is a projection. It's definitely just projection, people. He does it a lot. He does this more than any person we've ever seen. Buried my quote in their story. This is to be expected. Phelps headlines. And why is Trump retweeting this? Oh, White House press secretary looks like a model. There's lots of models coming in to his administration. Started out with just 3 former models. Press secretary. And so he retweeted that, and then here's another person being retweeted. Too focused on politics. She just claims she is not getting involved in what's happening with Tim's censoring. And another thing I do not know anything about and don't care about. Now look at this one. Here's Donald Trump retweeted Donald Trump. Cure can't be worse than the problem itself. Be careful, be safe, use common sense. Cure can't be worse than that. Now he retweets Team Trump, official Twitter for the Trump campaign. Oh, I guess we got to watch this video. Let's see what we got here. 39-minute video. Here we go.
Hello and welcome.
Hi everyone, we have the best data in the country, we have the best infrastructure laid out, and so now we get to capitalize on that data, on this infrastructure, to take our events online to the American public.
In this fight.
Its online campaign reached more than 1 million viewers.
really is new age campaigning.
Just let's realize how good Donald Trump's political operation is.
The Trump Organization has a well-documented, robust online infrastructure, you know, what they call their Trump Army.
Tonight, I am honored to launch Catholics for Trump Coalition.
And welcome to our very first Black Voices for Trump online broadcast.
How can women stay engaged and informed?
I could have not felt more proud about this country.
President Trump has done about everything that you can do.
Of Biden's record on notable job-killing trade deals.
I'm supporting NAFTA.
We're so fortunate to have a wartime president to lead us through this global...
Wartime? Wait, I thought he was anti-war.
...challenge.
And we're going to get through it.
And we are going to keep America.
So far, 50,000 Americans have not gotten through it. And we're headed for another 50,000. And ruined businesses. Remember, they'd be ruined even without the shutdown. Because of all the chaos.
A pleasure to be here this evening.
Joining that guy, that's that ickhead that I covered 3 years ago. Oh, and this guy, look at this guy's face. I don't want to curse. Well, I can curse a little. It'd be worth it for him. Look at the ass. Ass face.
Me this evening.
This guy has something genetically wrong with him.
To have a detailed conversation about who I like to call Beijing Biden is Representative Matt Gaetz from the state of Florida.
You're going to hear more about that if you haven't already. It doesn't matter if it's real, folks. This is the world we have now. Trust me, by the time the debates get started, August, it's going to be all Biden's fault.
He represents the Pensacola area, and Representative Elise Stefanik from the state of New York, who represents the area best known for Fort Drum. Each of them are going to discuss with us tonight the pros and cons of Beijing Biden, the impact of the coronavirus on their respective states, and what their work has done in Congress so far as we look forward to a successful 2020 November of the globe. And if we probably more
work have had enough defense facilities and resources were sent. Also, the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers built a hospital at the Javits Center, which is in the middle of New York.
The tourism businesses in the state
Shut down the governor next door. Our people want to work. They've been participating in one of the most prosperous and joyous economies that our nation has ever seen, certainly.
No. And you have to have customers for a business to run.
All the way at the top of America and upstate New York, all the way down to my beloved Florida, is to bring America back. You know, you did so much work to elect this president and to create this spirit of revival in our country. And I really feel like our country is back on the balls of our toes and just ready to spring forward into even more prosperity than we had before.
Well, thank you, Congressman Gaetz.
Take a look at Flint. This country is falling apart. They just don't want to show it. The conservatives don't want to show it.
President Trump cruises to victory with a record-breaking Republican turnout.
Trump got more total votes than Obama.
Wait, what?
President Trump cruises to victory with a record-breaking...
What was this? What? Who's this? I don't know this guy. When did he run against that guy?
Republican turnout.
Trump got more total votes than Obama got as an incumbent.
Republican turnout operation.
What? And even if that was true, that's just, who cares?
In Texas is extraordinary.
Complete domination.
Receiving more primary votes than any.
And this is appeal to popularity, which is so manipulative.
How good Donald Trump's political operation is.
It's the only good thing he has said about the Trump campaign.
Welcome back. This is Corey Lewandowski with Team Trump. People can start to enjoy that sunlight.
Okay, we got to move on. Dear God, I bow my head to this. From those who seek to destroy it. Who popped into your head there? Thank you for answering our prayers. God bless America. President Trump, Election Day, retweeted by Donald Trump. That is pretty pathetic and sick. Next, he retweets this. And then he retweets someone saying, breaking news, exonerated. Sources tell me Flynn will be completely exonerated. Wait a second. Why isn't this fake news? Sources say, well, what if he's not? Then that would be fake news that Trump is retweeting here. This person is basically saying that the U.S. justice system is a total fraud, and here's our president retweeting that. Well, they were all for law and order. They're the law and order party, except and more rubbish, lies, kind of propaganda you'd see with the Nazis, how they manipulated the German people. And here's Trump retweeting that. Then he retweets his son. And remember, all this is going on within an hour here. We're still in the 2 o'clock hour. Yeah, I don't have time to read all this stuff. Okay. Once again, Nancy Pelosi is lying about her needless delay. She stood in front of her fancy refrigerator. And that's lame, that's lame. and congratulated the Senate Democrats for blocking aid to small business. If you know anything about what's going on in politics, you know that this is a sick lie. It is the opposite. Republicans don't want to help small businesses. They want to help big businesses. And the reason for the blocking is because they don't want to help you at all. They don't want to bail out the average person. And Trump retweets it. A lie. Here's someone saying to AOC, Alexandria Cortez, you're a racist, radical, communist, wants to expand government control, dependency on the government. And the priests of Syrinx hold the red star. using the plight of minorities, trying to help them. Democrats haven't done it. Republicans haven't done anything for the minorities. They're still suffering, and they're dying. They're dying at much higher rates of the coronavirus, and the reason for that is because they're so poor, and they live in poor places. Some hardly have hospitals nearby. And here's someone saying that this I don't know her race. What is her race? I think she's Latino. Saying that she's using the plight of minorities to fill her sick and twisted goals. Retweeted by yours truly, who we know is a racist, who lied about not knowing who's that guy, the head of the KK, and another retweet, and here's Trump retweeting Sean Hannity, total jerk, who, you know, if there was justice, he would have been kicked off the air at the least for the things he's done. It's just crazy. Humanity is just sick. Let's just move on. We don't even need to read that, and don't need to read this either. It's just a whole bunch of crap. And then Trump retweets someone saying that Democrats not seeing the best, putting down Joe Biden. Yeah, that is a problem, isn't it? Isn't that a problem? How did we get Biden here? That's the only person that can save us. Then Trump retweets lefty, holier than thou Media Matters founder David Brock, who spends millions targeting President Trump, is accused. I wonder who accused him of illegally profiting from his leftist nonprofit group. That is right. If you want to illegally profit, you better make sure it's a right-leaning nonprofit group, such as the ones that Trump has profited from. Oh no, he hasn't been found guilty. He's just been accused of a lot of doing that. Well, actually, that trial with his college, that ended with Trump being found guilty. But Trump is sitting on his bed, laying on his bed, finding all of this stuff on Twitter and retweeting it. It's your hardest working president. And then he retweets, despite Democrats' resistance, to help small businesses. No. This is just crap. Trump will get the economy going, projecting into the future. There you go, people. How many times do you see that? It goes on all day long. Get this economy going, yeah. No, we're crashing, people. We're screwed for years at least. And that is if Trump does get kicked out of the White House in November. We're still screwed for years. And America deserves it. Here is Nunes, total trash, again. Saying that General Flynn was framed by the government. Well, Trump's the government now, and you are too. And you're the worst our government has ever seen. Look at this guy. Saying Politico is a joke. Eric Trump saying Politico is a joke. And retweeted by yours truly, who is killing people. Okay, this one, just when you think it's gotten as bad as it's going to get, Trump retweets some tweet here saying that the term sloppy Joe is trending. And I wonder why it's because of this. I wonder if it's because of this. Can you tell if this is a deep fake? Get ready. Are you ready? To see if this is a fake video? Can you tell? Let's see. An hour ago, this was retweeted by the President of the United States. This is what he's doing today. He is retweeting deep fake videos. That's what he does on his day off from talking off the top of his head and on camera to scientists about drinking stuff like Lysol, Windex, and UV rays to fry the coronavirus out of your flesh, causing companies like Lysol and Clorox to put out statements when they have other things going on in their lives. The people that know me and know the history of our country say that I am the hardest working president in history. Wait, didn't he tweet this a few hours ago? Oh, he's just retweeting it. He after laying in bed for hours, reading on Twitter tweets about himself and retweeting them, he is now retweeting his own post saying he is the hardest working president. People, then a couple more here. Let's see. So true. What's true is, let's see, a tweet by himself. The tweet that he wrote. Yeah, this thing that doesn't make much sense. Cure? What exactly? What is the cure? I don't know, people. Okay, we're done.